Hello and welcome to another edition of YesAuto News. I'm Cam Tate and this week I would like to talk about Hyundai because the company has released a new teaser video and it's got me really rather excited. Now those are some words I never thought would come out of my mouth. We've known for a while now that Hyundai is working on a hotter end version of the i20 Super Mini, but this week the company released a teaser video that officially confirms the sporty hatchback and gives us a little glimpse into what it could look like. We actually have a story about this on the website, so just head over to YesAuto.com to check it out. The teaser video itself is quite unconventional. Most teasers typically show a body crease or a glimpse of the taillights to whet fans' appetites. But Hyundai has decided to instead show the development car with bits of bodywork wrapped in bin liners to disguise its looks. This makes it very hard to get an idea of the end's visual upgrades, but surprise, surprise, it'll probably look like a meaner version of the standard i20. Now, I know what you might be thinking, who cares? Hyundai's not really known as a motorsport manufacturer, so why should I give a damn about a hot hatch from the Korean brand? Well, let me explain. Utter the name Hyundai to most people and they'll instantly think of budget hatchbacks kitted out with plastics as flimsy as those found in packs of Jaffa cakes and engines as gutsy as an asthmatic running a marathon. And admittedly, I would have thought the same. This was my first car, a 2002 Hyundai Accent, and it was, well, I bought it because it was cheap, at about £600 in 2010, and I remember thinking it looked like the Accent rally cars from the early 2000s, which were pretty damn cool. It's a shame then, but not really all that surprising, that the car handled like a rudderless yacht in a tsunami. But some of the die-hard car fans will know that Hyundai isn't really like that anymore. Its road cars are well made, they look smart, and are as good to drive as most of their rivals. You may also know that the company has been tearing it up on the World Rally stage in recent years in a bid to show the world it's capable of taking on the very best in motorsport too. The Hyundai World Rally team has been regular WRC title contenders since 2017 and in 2019 Hyundai secured the Constructors' Crown. They also nabbed the Drivers' Champion Oyt Tanak from arch rivals Toyota for the 2020 season. The company has also filtered down its motorsport know-how into a production car. In 2017, Hyundai launched the i30N, a sensational first stab at building a hot hatch that, in many ways, it felt a bit like a front-wheel drive BMW M car. That's probably because Hyundai's N division is headed up by former BMW M boss Albert Biermann, who did an excellent job of turning a relatively mundane hatchback into a track weapon. And that's one of the reasons why you should be excited about the i20N. We're expecting it to be just as scintillating as the i30N, albeit in a smaller package. Hyundai says the i20N is inspired by its i20 Coupe WRC car, but we're struggling to see the resemblance. There doesn't appear to be a giant rear wing at the back, there are no flared wheel arches, and crucially, we're expecting it to be front-wheel drive. Of course, building a rally car for the road is incredibly difficult. Racing technology is very expensive, and people are unlikely to spend sports car money on what is essentially a hot hatch on steroids. However, Toyota recently demonstrated that you can in fact build a rally car for the road without charging customers ludicrous amounts of money for it. I'm talking about the rally-inspired GR Yaris, which launched earlier this year and got car lovers really rather excited. Unlike the bog-standard Yaris, the GR model comes with a four-wheel drive system, a more aerodynamic roofline, and crucially a manual gearbox. It also comes with a punchy 257 brake horsepower 3-cylinder turbo engine that helps launch the Super Mini from 0 to 60 in about 5.5 seconds. The coronavirus outbreak has prevented us from getting behind the wheel of the GR Yaris, but a trick four-wheel drive system and a manual gearbox all sound like key ingredients of a great driver's car. So why did Toyota's motorsport division put so much time, effort and money into building a rally-themed hot hatchback? Like the Group B days in the mid-1980s, the GR Yaris is a homologation car, built to satisfy the production rules of the World Rally Championship. You see, Toyota thinks it could gain an advantage over its rivals, Hyundai included, by making some major tweaks to the Yaris and selling it as a special edition model aimed at the enthusiast. And with the company required to sell 2,500 examples to meet homologation, the car is relatively affordable at £29,995. Many were hoping that Hyundai would follow suit with the i20N especially as it's been developed for over 2 years and has been spied at the Nürburgring on countless occasions. But the teaser video suggests that won't be the case, as the car seems to resemble a conventional hot hatch aimed at taking sales away from the Fiesta ST, rather than bringing the fight to Toyota on the World Rally stage. In some ways, that's a shame. The GR Yaris shows us that manufacturers are taking the World Rally Championship seriously again, as if we were returning to the glory days where major companies would build road cars that were designed to go rallying. A bit like the Lancia Delta S4, Audi Sport Quattro and the Ford RS 200. But on a positive note, the i20N signals a bright future for Hyundai and driving enthusiasts. For one, it'll likely cost a lot less than the GR Yaris's £30,000 price tag, but it also shows that Hyundai is committed to making performance cars. Remember, the i20N will be only the second Hyundai sports product to launch in Europe. They still have a long way to go before establishing themselves as the go-to brand for hot hatchery. So perhaps we should welcome the i20N with open arms, because in this world of electric power and semi-autonomous vehicles, the arrival of an old-school hot hatchback feels like Hyundai's motorsport division is turning to the rest of the world and telling it to go f*** itself. And isn't that what a hot hatch is all about? A fun, capable and punchy way of telling society to f***. But I don't know, I'd love to know what you think about this. Are you excited about the arrival of the i20N, or are you with the group that were hoping that perhaps it was going to be more of a homologation special that would take the fight to Toyota on the rally stage and on the forecourts? Let me know what you think by leaving me a comment down below. That wraps up this week's episode of Yes Auto News. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like what you saw, why not leave us a like and, I don't know, subscribe to the channel? I'll be back next week, but in the meantime, you can check us out on social media. Just search for YesAuto UK on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. I'm Cam Tate. I'll see you next week.